Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Anbernic RG556. I've got the stock operating system, just the over-the-air updates that everyone will get, and the 256 gigabyte card. I'm going to be looking at PS2 games today on this. But before I get started, I just wanted to go over this whole Unisoc Tiger T618 chip, the ones that are in it, okay? Just quickly, not in depth, just a quick, this is what they are, okay? Here we go. So, in the RG556, I have a Unisoc T120, sorry, it's Unisoc T820 processor, okay? It's got 8 gigs of LPDDR4X memory in it, so this is going to play PS2 really well, okay? So this and the cube right here are going to be basically next to screen. They are going to be the same. They both have the Unisoc 820 chip in it. They both have, just looking at my sheet here, they both have the same graphics card in it. The 556 has 8 gigs of memory in it, and the cube has 8 gigs of memory in it. So they're basically, these two are going to be the same, other than, of course, the screen ratio 16:9 and 4:3. These are both really nice ones. They play the PS2. Okay, so these are right now, I would say, I don't want to bring the Win 600 into it, but up to now, until we get the 406 in our hands, some reviewers have. I have to buy mine on release day and wait for it to get here. It should be here sometime the first week of October. So I'll dive into that, but the 406, we'll get into that when it gets here. So the cube and the 556 are basically the same, other than, of course, you can see the layouts are different, okay? So now, the other ones that people might be looking at to play the higher games, the PS2s and Wii's and Switch and stuff like that, if you really want to emulate Switch and open that can of worms, which I don't suggest. You have these three. These all, let me get all three of them in here. These three, all of them have, you have your 405V, your 405M, and your 505. Okay, they all have the exact same. They have the Unisoc Tiger T618, not the T820. So different chip. They all only have 4 gigs of LPDDR4X memory, so they aren't going to give you the same performance in the higher ends than the 556 and the cube are going to give you. Okay, but they all three are really nice little machines. They'll play anything that comes with the stock card. Plus, they all run Android, and they all run the Android games really well. I have put Gamma OS on my M, and it does make a big difference. I did a video on it. Gamma OS running on these three makes a huge difference, and it's very simple to do. Okay, so you have your 405V, your 405M, your 505. Okay, hopefully I got that right. Those are running T618. You have your cube and your 556 running T820s. Okay, these have 8, the others have 4. So, of course, you're going to get a little bit more performance out of these two, and of course the 406 when it shows up, because the 406 is going to have the T820 chip on it. Just looking here, it's all going to be, the chip is going to be the same. The GPU on the 406 is going to be the same. It's going to have 8 gigs. So it's going to be with these ones, okay? So the 406 but it will be vertical. So it will look like this one, which will be kind of cool, actually. I'm kind of excited to get it. Okay, so I'm gonna set the other 4 aside. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at the 556 because this, it's big. It's nice in the hands. It feels really good in the hands. I like the color. I like the grips. I like everything about the 556. If I'm playing on this one when I'm playing Android and stuff like that. Okay, so let's dive into the 10 games that I quickly picked that come on the stock 256 gigabyte card from Anbernic. Let's dive right in.
Still has some of the powers of a god.
Okay, so I played 10 games. I played 10 games I normally don't play. I haven't shown a lot of PS2 on this channel. I think, let's go over these 10 games quickly. God of War 2. Wow, played nice, really good. You can play God of War 2 on this one, really good. Tekken Tag Tournament. Sounds choppy, but did play eventually. Crash Bandicoot. I think the ROM is just in the wrong language, but once you get to the game, if you want to play it in that language, it's fine. Gameplay is fine. Virtua Fighter. Yes, definitely. You see that one plays really nice, fast, no problem whatsoever. Metal Slug Complete. It's just basically the complete set of the Metal Slug, so you can play them all. So yeah, it plays all the Metal Slug games really nice. If you're a Metal Slug fan, that's good. It'll play on this handheld. This is where the Battle Over the Pacific plays well once it loads, but definitely do the training on these games. The controls, you might even have to go in and tweak them. I know I like to say out of the box, play, not play. With all of these flight games, you're going to have to do the training and you might have to tweak the controls a little bit, but yeah, they do play. Silent Scope plays really good. Again, touchy controls, and I'm finding that to be a big thing with the PS2 is touchy controls, and again, you can probably just go in and fix that, but I like to show out of the box. Top Gun Combat Zone, out of the box, playing, no go whatsoever. It's just no. Battle Over Europe, I know I haven't showed a lot of these type of games before, but I only have 32 games that came with this out of the box, so I just picked some random games. This one does play. Again, you have to learn how to play. This one actually flies really good. You just have to do the training to learn how to do it. And then the last one, Tank Battles, plays really good. Again, do the training, learn how to do it. It's always neat when you're driving, one way, you turn your turret the other way and shoot. It's kind of cool. Again, you just have to learn how to play these games. So out of the 10 games that I did play, 3/4 of them played. I think with PS2 on the 556 and the Cube, you're going to have more success because of the 8 gigs of memory, but you're going to be hit and miss. You're not going to be able to play the 100% of the library. You're going to have to dig around to find the games, and hopefully the ones you want work. Okay? Come back and I'll give you my final thoughts on Anbernic 556 playing PS2. Okay, the Anbernic 556 RG556 playing with Unisoc T820 chip, playing PS2 straight out of the box. I think straight out of the box with this, you are going to have to learn to play with Ether SX2. And Ether SX2 is basically it's what you're going to get when you take this out of the box and you load the games up right away. It's what you're going to get. You're going to have to learn how to set it all up and play with it. In the app settings, you're going to have to learn how to, go into the general and just go in and play. Just kind of remember what you play. I did change it. I didn't add anything, so it still sort of holds true to right out of the box. I did change it to OpenGL from Vulkan, and that made Tekken Tag Tournament play. On Vulkan, it did not play. So you're going to have to, you're going to have to figure out, you're going to have to just play in these. You're never going to have to touch the control system, but you're going to have to go in graphic systems in general just to play. I think if you're going to be playing PS2 on any of the ones I've showed quickly in this, the Cube, the 405, the M505, whatever you want to say, you're going to have to learn a little bit about this, and it's very simple to learn. Right out of the box, you might have to just change a couple of things. There's lots of tutorials online about how to do that. Out of the box, PS2, I think, is going to be pick and choose. It's going to be a bit of a stretch. You might get some games, the simpler ones, Crash Bandicoot, stuff like that. Let's just go back to this. Like your simpler ones, like God of War played right out of the box, no problem. Tekken Tag didn't. Crash did, Virtua Fighter did, Metal Slug did, Battle Over that one you just have touchy controls, touchy controls. That's a complete no. Touchy controls, touchy controls. And that's basically all you got in here for, you only have, sorry, I'm in friends, not all. You do have, you know, Resident Evil, Silent Hill. You do have 32 games in here. Now, some of them are going to play well, some of them aren't going to play well. It's going to be hit and miss. I'm kind of hoping that the 406V fixes some of this. Now, I am playing with the game card that came with this one, so this game card is old. The new one might be better. I think what I might do for my Wednesday wins video is I might pull out the one with my my 405M. It has Gamma OS on it, and I'll put this card in there, and I'll see how the exact same games play, and we'll see if the 4.8 megs or Gamma or the OS from Anbernic does work. Maybe that's what I'll do next. So, final thoughts. I'm rambling. I'm sorry. It's a maybe, depending on your game. The handheld itself is a hit. Like this handheld is really great for everything else. When it comes to PS2, you're hit and miss, and you're going to have to learn to work in Ether SX2. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll catch you next time.